Foreman will be the first to make his way into the ring.
Who would have thought 4 years ago you were ever going to see George Foreman walking down the aisle to fight the undisputed champ?
This crowd will erupt. George said, I may be old, I may be fat, but he said, here I is.
Well, he doesn't look old and he doesn't act it, and he sure doesn't look real fat to me when I saw him on those scales. He looks big and scary.
Entire crowd is on its feet, trying to get a glimpse of George. He has come down the hallway. He is about to enter this arena, and you will hear it erupt the moment he does. Second oldest, second heaviest to challenge. And he has now entered the Atlantic City Convention Center. His record overall, the only two losses to Muhammad Ali and Jimmy Young. He said he had a religious experience after the loss to Young. Others called it heat prostration in Puerto Rico in 1977.
Jimmy Young not much bigger than Evander Holyfield is right now. So it has been proven that a smaller man can beat somebody like George Foreman.
All along, Joe, he had predicted that he would knock out Evander Holyfield in 2, and now he's hedged a bit, saying, well, maybe Holyfield will be running for me a bit.
Well, that's quite possible. I don't know if I'd call it running from George. I think he's going to try to outbox George. Sidestep, slip, move. He might end up running from him, but his game plan isn't to be.
People have asked all along, is this a fight or farce? And right now, your clear-cut answer is?
Well, I can guarantee you that when Evander Holyfield's walking on this aisle, gets into this ring, he knows he's in for a fight.
Let's talk about the ring for a quick moment. 20 by 20, and you described it to me earlier off camera as being a fast ring. What do you mean by that?
It certainly is. You know, a lot of rings from state to state vary. Some rings are a little bit softer. Your feet sink in them a little bit more, slows you down a little bit more. This would favor Evander Holyfield.
And here comes the champion with all of his belts, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, who has really taken a back seat and a quiet side seat to George Foreman. Holyfield undefeated as a heavyweight, undefeated as a professional boxer. And I think he's handled the fact that despite the fact he's the champion, he's been in the shadow of Foreman. He's handled it quite well. Well,
George Foreman is such a great personality. At any given time during the day or evening, he'd walk into the press room and say, here I am. Anybody want an interview? He's so outgoing, so funny, and so personable. He has taken a backseat to George Foreman, Evander has. But he's a quiet type, and he doesn't make any bones about it. He likes being that way.
You see his knockout percentage. Expression very somber and very typical of Evander Holyfield.
Almost smirking as he coming in, as if to say this is not going to be too much trouble for me tonight. Well, he should look confident. He's the undisputed champ of the world right now, Len.
And Joe, at the moment, the WBC has yet to sanction this fight. It is sanctioned WBA and IBF. It's still tied up in an arbitration. But as far as the people feel, he's the undisputed champion.
No doubt about it. They've tried to take the WBC title from Evander Holyfield and failed. As a matter of fact, Judge Amos Saunders put a restraining order to stop them from taking it from him. So in the meantime, he still has it.
And here's Evander Holyfield. 25-0. 21 by knockout. Joe, nobody has ever been able to dictate a pace to George Foreman. Holyfield says he has to and will.
Well, on his comeback, they haven't been able to, actually. In the past 24 fights, Evander says he's going to do what he wants to do in there, and that's maneuver George around the ring and outbox him.
And he wants George to punch as often as he can get him to do it and get himself tired doing that along the way. George Foreman just ran over and playfully tapped Evander Holyfield, so George is still having a good time. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. The 14-year age difference. Height fairly similar. The 49 pounds of weight. Foreman a pro for 21 years. Evander Holyfield for just 6.
And here we have the CompuBox punch stats. This is averages over the last 3 fights. Punches per round. Holyfield throws 47 to Foreman's 45. Lands 28 to Foreman's 24. And the connect percentage is 49% for Holyfield, 53 for Foreman. Not bad for either of them, quite equal as a matter of fact. And the CompuBox total jabs over a 3-fight average also very close. 25 a round for Holyfield, 20 for Foreman, 12 landed to 10 for Foreman, 48% to Foreman's 50%, and very close all the way around. If stats have anything to do with it, this could be a very close and equal fight.
Well, let's call in our resident judge from the state of Nevada, Cindy Barton, with the rules for this fight, which differ a bit from the undercard fight. Cindy.
Yeah, for this IBF and the New Jersey rules, there's a 10-point must system. There's no standing 8 count this time. This time there's also no 3 knockdown rule. The bell cannot save the fighter in any round, including the 12th, and the doctor can stop the fight.
And Joe, how about the third man in the ring, Rudy Battle? The referee Richard Steele became such a source of controversy with Tyson Ruddock.
Well, Rudy Battle was, of course, has refereed many championship fights, 41 to be exact. He's a very competent referee in the state of New Jersey. But I'm looking at here the third man in the ring for George Foreman's corner, Angelo Dundee, the new addition.
All right, let's go to the ring. And Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Main Events Monitor Productions and Top Rank Incorporated, in association with the undisputed King of Beers, Budweiser, present the featured bout of the evening. This bout is sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board, Boxing Commissioner Larry Hazard Sr., Chairman Jerry Gormley, Board members Gary Shaw and Richard Harrison, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Frank P. Dawkins. This bout is also sanctioned and approved by the World Boxing Association and the International Boxing Federation. The 3 judges at ringside scoring each round on a 10-point must system are Jerry Roth from Nevada, Eugene Grant from New Jersey, and Tommy Kazmarek from New Jersey. And the referee for this bout, working in a world title event for the 45th time from the state of New Jersey, is Rudy Battle. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, 2 very special introductions. 2 former heavyweight champions who faced each other 20 years ago in the battle of undefeated champions. They fought a total of 3 times, culminating with one of the greatest heavyweight matches, the Thrilla in Manila. First of all, let me introduce to you from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's the former heavyweight champion who always brought one of the most devastating left hooks in boxing history into the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Smoking Joe Frazier. And the man he faced 3 times in those 3 great bouts. In 1960, he was a gold medal champion in the Olympics. 1964, he won the heavyweight title. In 1974, he won it for a 2nd time. And then he became the only man in heavyweight history to win the heavyweight championship 3 times. Ladies and gentlemen, 3-time heavyweight champion of the world,